Autism and anxiety.
Welcome to what looks like the cuffiest couch in the world. Piping and shit.
Yeah.
This seems like it would be a nice headquarters, like a nice little base of operations. Aside from the fact that you have to dodge fans.
No.
She has psychic technology powers.
5-finger discount.
Thought you'd like it.
Whee!
Wall hike. You know, it'd be really fucking annoying in this game. Like, she said everything she did.
Oh my god.
Like, wall hike, spring jump, ninja flip, just door slam, stair run.
Guess that's changing now.
In that same voice I'm using
Oh,
coming out
what
of
the
Faith.
fuck? Where are you?
Punch, kick.
What the fuck, you ass? Oh. Okay.
Just
Where
gonna
did you
ignore that.
assholes just chilling out here?
Clamber. Data collection.
Okay.
Side run.
Oh, I don't know. I guess after
Pipe flip.
what I did
Spring jump.
yesterday, they're probably out like in full force.
Alright, I'm in position. I'll wait for you here.
Yeah, you would think the police would be after you fucking just got out of prison like it was no problem and then immediately started
The
shit.
less you know, the better. It's for a good cause.
That's what you do when you just get out of prison. You get thrown back in prison.
Well, I mean, statistically speaking, a lot of people do because like employers do not want to hire felons.
Yeah, but they usually last more than 10 minutes. People like to enjoy their freedom for a bit and then get thrown back into prison.
I know. I'm just stating like statistics. I think it's somewhere around like 88 or 87% of, or like actually I think it's higher. I think it might be like 90 something.
It's because our correctional system sucks cock.
Percent of inmates when they get out go right back
Look at
in.
this fucker.
I don't know. He's new.
His name is Mischief Maker.
His name is Nomad.
That was the name of the mission. I'm gonna assume this guy is a Mischief Maker. He's our current Delson character.
Who?
I swear to God, we have to start tagging shit.
Oh, the antenna things.
Ah.
Great minds think alike. I'm thinking Krugersek would be rather upset if someone.
You know, it'd be a great way to fix our judicial system. By instead of throwing people in prison for hundreds of years for stupid shit, like minor offenses, teach them that they did something wrong. Like, actually say, like, instead of robbing the bank, you could get a job. Just shit like that. There's a lot of people who, I mean, sure know they're doing something wrong, and then there's a lot of people who don't know better. There are plenty of people out there who is just like, I want to do something bad because I don't know any better. And then they do. Granted, if you're a rooftop runner and your goal is to bring down the abusive government that's brought all this scientific... do you think Faith is the bad guy? Like, this is actually a good government and she's just like, fuck the police. Like, they're all just, like, you know, rebels.
Kind of half and half. I don't think she's a bad person. Oh, this is new. I think.
Now she's a bad person. She is moited.
But,
Okay.
I don't think she's a bad person, but I don't think she's necessarily a good person either.
Yeah, I would not stick my hand in that, I'm just saying.
That's sketchy. I don't know, but like, from what we saw, it looked like her parents were just executed in front of her as a child.
So she is Batman.
So, maybe...
Okay.
So maybe the government is corrupt. I mean, I don't know. We never really got a good, like, explanation for that in the first one.
Lord knows the first one's story was a pile of crap.
Mm-hmm.
Good game. Pile of crap story. Shitty story does not always equal shitty game. It can.
Oh, there's a helicopter chasing.
Like Until Dawn, when the whole story was a pile of shit, and that's all there was to the game.
He's so happy that we're taking a small break from that.
Ooh.
I need it.
It hasn't quite sunken in yet that I don't have to deal with that game for a while, but yeah, I'll get there.
I needed memory
Crack open a bottle of champagne
for Uncharted 4. So I was like, okay, well, like, I'm playing this game, shit. I'm like, we're playing this game. We have enough videos of Until Dawn, I think. Oh, hello. That's,
You only deleted the game data, right?
yeah, duh.
Okay, I was like, fuck, I'm not doing that again.
No.
You are playing the game to the T like you did last time. Yeah, save data doesn't really take up a whole lot of space anyway.
Yeah, no, I don't fuck with save data unless like I absolutely hated the game.
Yeah, same here. I'll keep them just in case for like whatever the fucking reason I decide to play again.
Oh, I think I like it. That's great.
Although when we're done with Until Dawn, I would fucking burn that out of my game. Fuck that game.
But anyways, I deleted the data since I believe we have enough videos to last us for a while until I can beat Uncharted 4.
We did fuck through that game quite thoroughly. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we'll just focus on Mirror's Edge and the Evil Within.
Yeah, I'm kind of actually surprised we are doing a full playthrough of this. Just because it seems like a game that could take quite a while.
Stop.
Yeah. Slide!
There it goes. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Mischief maker. Yeah.
New upgrade point. That's Stuger.
I wonder if this
I don't
is
have
kind of
any
like
upgrade.
how the prototype games were, with like a decently long story, but then mostly just optional shit to do was what like the main chunk of the game was. I like prototype. That'd be a fun one to play if they ever made a third one. They never will. Poor prototype. That was a series that had a lot of potential, but just got shoved out of the side. Because that was such an interesting character design, to just basically make a damn necromorph as a playable character.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of games kind of get that treatment though, because like one was good and revolutionary and yada yada yada.
Alright.
And then 2, I don't know what happened with that, whether if it was marketing team or what, but it was just like people didn't care.
It's because it wasn't Mercer as a playable character.
Yeah, there's also that. The Mercer wasn't playable. But
Nobody liked Keller, who was a vastly superior character.
yeah, I preferred Keller.
Hands down. Like,
Which this is funny because this is where I'm about to get at, because he had way more personality
yeah.
than Mercer did.
And I mean, yeah, I know a lot of it was Mercer was supposed to be like that blank slave character.
Yes. But let me finish. But then, like, but also, I think they kind of wanted it to do, like, you are Mercer.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know, you can relate to him in a sense, to, like, you're learning about his past.
And then in 2, they made him a pedophile and changed his voice actor.
Yeah.
That was kind of a bad move on their part.
Well, am I supposed to talk to you? Yeah, I guess so.
Most likely.
Well,
No, I said you had some gear for me.
for instance, with, oh, and stupid. What is that goddamn?
Make sure you only attach it to secure points.
Oh.
Swing.
Infamous. That Cole was completely. Oh my god, I got a rope now. That's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, Neutral Cole was just a mindless character.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
His personality came when you picked an alignment, and then he was like hard on for whatever he got.
But even
then he was still blank.
Yeah, he's just a blank character.
Who just happened to like good or evil, depending on which way you went.
Yeah, good or evil.
At least they kind of fixed him in 2.
In 2, but still, it was just like he was a blank canvas no matter what you did.
Yeah, I think the side characters were supposed to be who like gave the game depth, which kind of didn't work. Glad they fixed that in Second Son. Like,
Yeah,
Second Son is an amazing game.
And Second Son fixed that. Delson had personality. Like, he had more personality in the first 5 minutes of the game than Cole did in Infamous 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I think that was the reason
Festival of Blood had a pretty
like,
good story.
Like, it did well, but it didn't do as well as Sucker Punch wanted.
Right.
And I feel like the reason why is because it wasn't Cole,
Yeah.
which I don't see why people would want his bland fucking ass.
Because they were used to him. People hate change. People are scared of new and shiny things, you know.
I fucking loved Delson. He was so
Same.
much better. I actually ran into someone because, you know.
I don't even give a shit about Cole anymore.
Yeah, because, you know, I have the Delson jacket.
Yeah.
Well, someone recognized it. Alright, nice jacket. I was like, yeah. And I don't remember, he said something about the game. I was like, yeah. I was like, I fucking love it. It's way better than the other ones. And, like, he looked at me like I
Was a crazy person.
yeah, like I was crazy, like I committed a sin. And I was like, yeah, I was like, dude, Delson had, like, personality to where Cole was just a fucking, like, mindless robot, and he just kind of, like, slowly started walking away, and I'm like, yeah, we're not in agreement here.
Yeah,
Like, obviously.
I don't know. It's just when popular opinion is clearly the lesser of the two, it just always bothers me. Like, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with people having their own opinion, but when something as clear as, like, Cole, the blank slate of a character, versus picking between Delson, who was, like, a bright and chipper individual who had his own clear-cut soul to him, and it's like, why would you prefer Cole? I genuinely don't get it. I mean, yeah, sure, you might like the fact that he was kind of like the pseudo-dark, brooding character that, like, knew the world was fucked if he didn't do something kind of guy.
Yeah.
Then I guess I can understand that, but at the same time, it's like, no. No, he is empty. He is empty and soulless.
He's an empty shell, no soul.
With lightning powers. Explained lightning powers, yes, but lightning powers... Still think Electro would kick his ass. Then again, you don't fuck with Electro when you have lightning powers. You're basically asking to get killed.
3, 2, 1.
Also, whoever keeps thinking Alex Mercer versus Cole is an idiot. I don't know who said that first, but you're stupid. It's gotta be Alex Mercer or Keller versus Jackie. Jackie Estacada.
Jackie Estacada.
With the darkness. Come on. Science versus magic.
That would
It's
be
the
awesome.
ultimate It's the ultimate battle.
Could you tell me what this
I have
is?
a feeling I'm gonna like this chick already.
I'd like to see Cole versus a bathtub myself. Bathtub would win.
Well, and
That's
what-
how much of a bitch he is.
And what was with the fucking shit with conduits and not being able to swim?
That was just him because of the lightning.
No, Delson couldn't swim either.
I think that was just game mechanics at that point. No, that's a Sucker Punch thing, though. Like,
It's
Sly
still-
Cooper can't swim. That's always been their thing. Even the people they made before that couldn't swim. And the other one was a goddamn, like... I think it's like an homage to their first game, which was supposed to be, like, sort of an underwater game, but it was so shitty that, like, they're like, okay, no, we're never doing anything with water again.
It'll take at least a month just to practice.
I'm pretty sure it's just like a self-referential joke.
And he's like, Cole is understandable because the electricity. I was like, okay,
Delson
Delson
would just
It's enough if I get access to the All-Come Gateway.
evaporate because he smoked or whatever.
Well, he made a joke about it to someone. Someone was like, I'm not good with water. And he was like, neither am I.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, kind of like a small, haha, he can't swim joke.
Yeah.
Like, that is what's supposed to explain it. But I'm still like, you fucker. Like, really?
Look, Murray was a hippo and Bentley was a turtle. Neither of those motherfuckers could swim either. A goddamn hippo could not swim.
Yeah, that's not retarded.
That was one of their gimmicks. It's just a Sucker Punch thing. It has nothing to do with the
I
characters.
didn't forget Sucker Punch is the one who does Sly Cooper.
I know, it's such a weird jump, though. Of like, I'm gonna be a little raccoon guy and steal shit, to I'm a moody lightning motherfucker. And at least their climbing mechanics were more or less the same, except you didn't have to jump and hit the circle button. That was always fun. And you can't press it either, you gotta hit it. You gotta jump and hit the circle button. It's just not the same. Although I did like the whole PlayStation All-Stars, like the crossover levels or whatever, where Carmelita shows up in the infamous world and just starts shooting everybody because she's a bitch. She might be Sly's waifu or whatever, but she's a total bitch. She's got that Latin passion and a shock pistol.
She femme fatale.
Foxy femme fatale. She a fox.
Foxy femme fatale.
She's Carmelita Montoya Fox. The Spanish Interpol police. She is the head of Interpol, though. That's one hell of a position for a cop.
That's what to say.
She's damn good at her job, so it's just Sly just happens to be better as a thief. Like, it was funny, one of the missions in 3 was, in 3 was the first time you ever got to play as her. It was just kind of short little, here and there haha segments.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the missions was you had to fight one of the first bosses who's from 1. Is this dude named Mugshot, who's like just a bulldog who like even Murray the powerhouse, he could punch him straight in the face and it wouldn't even faze him. Like, he's built like a damn brick wall kind of character. And then Carmelita comes out of nowhere and beats the shit out of him just for fun. Well, to arrest him, but basically for fun in her eyes. And it's just funny to see this little, sure she's a fox, but she's still just this little lady come out of nowhere and beat this dude whose arms are bigger than like your door, just kick his ass to shit. And it's just that is an awesome. Sly Cooper is an awesome game.
Fucking fall. God damn it.
And Thieves in Time is good for anyone who has not played it and likes Sly Cooper. You should play Thieves in Time. It was fun. Playing as Sly's ancestors was kind of gimmicky, but it was still cool.
Okay. That's gonna be it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, then what they leave on like a huge spoiler.
Oh, for 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, they pretty much made it obvious as hell they're gonna continue. Because,
it's been out long enough, I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm just trying to piece it all together. Basically, it ended with Sly being lost in the time stream. Like, he ends up getting separated from the rest of them, and I think it was Bentley, Murray, and Carmelita were left at the end, and like he fell through a time thing, and he ended up in like Egypt or something.
Oops.
Like ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
And like the rest of them had no idea how. He fell through time. They had no idea how to get hold of him.
Yeah.
And without any kind of time travel shit, because they were using the van, he's pretty much stuck there.
Mm. Yeah, wasn't there like a hint towards like an old bad guy or something?
Oh, right, Clockwork. Yeah, no, they had like... Because Clockwork has existed since the first Sly Cooper ancestor. Like, he's just always hated them. He is a giant mechanical owl who has existed throughout the centuries because of hatred. That is kind of a badass villain, honestly.
Yeah, that does sound like one.
Yeah, like, his whole goal is, I hate you. I am going to live forever to kill you. That is his existence, and then they decided to fuck him up in 2. Because they decided he had a hate chip. That was the reason he lived forever.
He had a hate chip.
And then this chick found his body parts, and was like, okay, if I put my head in here, I'll live forever because of hatred. Which she tried to fuck Sly, and she was like, I hate you, Sly. And it's like, why? You don't even know him. She had no backstory whatsoever, no reason for this. They even took, like, the final, quote-unquote, boss guy, and she killed him, like, right off the bat, and is like, haha, I'm the villain now, even though I've been helping you, kind of. I hate you, Sly, but I still want to fuck you. She's the Catwoman.
I have no idea why they didn't. She didn't grab whatever.
And she is a cheetah, so I guess she is a Catwoman. But she also had a nice Indiana Jones look.
Or maybe I was supposed to slide out. Whatever, fuck.
The eyeball symbol could have given that away, I suppose. That is kind of a weird thing to just see randomly.
Eyeball symbol.
She had it was her little,
the tattoo thing around her eye.
It was just randomly on the wall.
Hello.
Yeah, I know. If Clockwork is back, ooh, that is going to be awesome.
And to head out to.
Clockwork is awesome.
Just to know that.
He's actually, I'd say he's like in my top 10 of favorite video game villains. of just like, it's hard to compete with a guy who's existed for thousands of years on pure hatred. It's just tops. Even though it's like, it's still cheesy, but at the same time, like, playing that when you're like 8, or like when that game came out, and you see that big, terrifying mechanical owl thing trying to kill you, yeah, it leaves an impression on you. Probably wouldn't have the same impact. Actually, no, it kind of did, because I went and played the HD collection. Yeah, it still gave me, like, those shudders. After all this time, even though the last section kind of sucks, because the Dragon Knight first game was terrible. Ooh, it was bad. It was bad. It was like a microbots or micro racers. The one where it's like that top-down racing, and you like got a.
I'm actually not too bad at those.
Yeah, but the control sucked.
No, I'm just fine.
No. It was that but bad.
Okay, so I can only use heavy attacks on these fuckers.
These laser beam motherfuckers.
Yeah, and
Is that
then
your health bar down there?
the 3 hit thing. Yeah.
Okay. I just noticed it had the 3 little pegs in that giant bar, and I was like, that looks like a weird health bar. But I did not know if it was a health bar.
Yeah, because they block everything else. So I need to set him up in a position where I can. Fuck.
You did. You got 1 hit, and they got laser beam things.
Ow. As I say, if I could take care of him.
Okay, so you had 2 more hits.
Yeah, as I say, if I can take care of that one guy, this dude's basically done.
Spam kick.
Yeah.
Oh. You had an extra hit.
Oh, thank God for slow health regeneration.
Yeah.
Where the fuck do I go? Run Richard on. Oh, of course.
Ah, mom.
Oh, that was funny.
Well,
Heavy kicked that guy into that dude, and he swung and hit him instead. I mean, there has to be a way I can, like, anyway, fuck it, just go down.
maybe you can like grapple him.
I don't even know how I did that earlier.
Yeah.
That was cool, though.
If you keep letting him have time to recover, he gonna kill you. But now he did. He did. Plastic. That's a weird name for a person.
Yeah, this is the girl.
No. Kind of forgot about her, I guess. I just happened to see Plastic pop up. I thought that was like the version of the medal you got earlier, and I was like, Plastic.
I don't know if I'm getting experience points for that or not, but that's kind of the only reason I've been... Well, those guys were tutorial, but that's the reason I've been sticking around to fighting like these guys. I can just straight up avoid them if I want to.
Might as well. Nobody wants you to watch you constantly kick people in the stomach. She does this for the lulz. Faith is the lulz. She's a roof troll.
New upgrade point. Oh, Jesus. I
That'd
don't
be,
know why I tried to say that there.
it'd be funny if we find out after all this time Faith is just a troll bridge. Like
A troll bridge.
Yeah.
She turns into a bridge
That's
that a troll.
That's how the
bodyguard-
King's Quest trolls work.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
actually troll bridges.
That's right.
And that's been a thing since like the first one. Well, the first time they showed trolls, but I don't remember.
That was the first one.
No, I think it was. It might have been the first time.
I think it was the first one.
It was either first or second, but yeah.
Fuck it, who knows? Long.
King's Quest, aged
Yeah.
game. Aged game we will never play again, sadly. Because nobody watched it, we didn't have the patience to play something like that again. I know I sure as hell didn't. I played that game back when I was a naive young whippersnapper who didn't know better about video games. I mean, they're good, but like, holy
That
shit.
scared me. I thought I was going to fall to my death.
Say, I wouldn't.
I almost did that time.
Yeah, you got lucky there. I actually would not mind playing Space Quest.
Oh, there's people over there.
You ever played Space Quest?
Nope.
It's
Never
King's-
even heard of it.
King's Quest, but space. Theory games, same people.
Okay.
It was their, hey, this did good. Let's do one of the exact fucking opposite. And it was good. It is a little bit later on than King's Quest, if I'm not mistaken. But, it's okay. I'm sure there's like 100 of them that I've never heard of.
Connect your beat loop to it, and I'll do the rest.
I still remember out of Sierra games, Leisure Suit Larry was my favorite.
Where if I just start the mission? Yep, auto save. Well, I'll sure go through this ventilation thingy and space, time, and whatever next time.
Make sure to get your leisure suits.